Dialogue with Darcy, Part 1, by Janet Aylmer, available now on Kindle. Chapter 1. Sitting at his desk in the library, Darcy looked out of the window. However, his eyes did not really see the familiar view over the lake at Pemberley. Instead, in the forefront of his mind was the soft touch of Elizabeth's hand on his when he had left her at the door to the terrace only a few minutes ago, and remember that secret smile that she kept only for him. On the other side of the library, Colonel Fitzwilliam was standing with a book in his hand, looking rather less calm than usual. He might be a guest in his cousin's house, but that did not mean that he had to agree with everything that Darcy said. His host had always prided himself on his ability to advise his friends and family about their lives. That he was rather less inclined to take any notice of what they might suggest was not something to which Darcy ever gave much attention. After all, Fitzwilliam, we have already agreed that it is essential for you to marry well, for your future financial security. So what is the problem? I cannot see any difficulty. His cousin sighed. Why was it that Darcy suddenly became deaf to any rational discussion if one held an opposite view to his own? He had hoped that his cousin's happy alliance with Elizabeth would mean an improved understanding on Darcy's part about personal matters. Marriage, after all, was one of the most important steps in life that anyone had to take, and his own lack of a settled income made it particularly necessary that the decision should be given great care. The irritation that Darcy felt about his cousin's attitude was tempered by his pleasure in seeing his new wife Elizabeth sitting outside in the sunshine, reading one of the books that she had brought with her from her father's library. It did not seem so long ago that he had feared he might never be able to persuade her to marry him, but now their settled future lay ahead, the very real prospect of a family of his own, and the support of the person that he loved most in all the world. However, a slight movement by his cousin reminded him of his duty. He had never hesitated to speak to Colonel Fitzwilliam about his future marriage plans. After all, the Colonel was a close relative, and was now nearly 30 years of age. As the younger son of an earl, he might not have significant financial prospects, but he was very well connected socially, quite apart from being Darcy's own first cousin. In addition, he was tall, had a distinguished appearance, and a very pleasant personal manner. Surely you really must agree that my suggestion is the best solution for both of you. Darcy had been very irritated that the Colonel had not shared his initial enthusiasm for the idea. This is the end of the sample of Part 1 of Dialogue with Darcy. Part 1 includes 2 full chapters of the story. Please go to my website www.janetaylmer.com, where you will find details of how to get this extract from Kindle, and also details of all my other books.